Ever wonder what the best bottle of bourbon is on your favorite Whiskey Tubers bar? Well, wonder no more. I'm going to share with you guys my favorite bourbon that I have currently open on my bar, and we're going to call out 2 other channels to do the same. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey Tornado. I'm your host, Lance. I'm excited for today's episode. Today, we are talking about the best bottle of bourbon on my shelf that's currently open, and I'm going to call out 2 additional channels. One channel that has over 1,000 subs, actually I think he's getting close to 50,000 subs, and another channel that's under 1,000 subs. So the first channel I'm going to call out is Jason from Mash and Drum. Jason was kind enough to have me on his channel on a live stream when I hit 1,000 members. And I'm always curious, what is Jason's favorite bourbon on his bar? And he's got a ton. So I'm really excited to know, when you take into account all the Dusties he probably has, all the newer stuff he has, what's his favorite bourbon that's currently open. And then I want to call out another new channel, Stuff and Whiskey, which is ran by Josh and Erin. I love those 2. They have a great scoring system. It's a new channel. They actually have really good production value for a newer channel, probably even better than mine. So I want to bring awareness to that channel. So we're calling out Josh and Erin with Stuff and Whiskey and Jason from the Mash and Drum. All right, before I share with you my favorite whiskey on my bar, let's quickly go into the rules here. Rule number 1 is you can only pick one, but I'm gonna let you have 2 honorable mentions. The one whiskey you pick, this is like if you could only have one whiskey for the rest of your life, what is it? It's gotta be a make your toes curl whiskey. It's gotta blow your socks off. It's gotta put the paws in you. It's just gotta be something so phenomenal. Rule number 2, we're not taking into account price or availability. All those are off the table for this particular video. This is just any bottle that's currently sitting on your shelf. Rule number 3, the bottle has to be open and past the shoulder. Has to be currently sitting on your bar, open and past the shoulder in order to make this video. And rule number 3 is you have to call out a channel that has 1,000+ subs. We want to hear from those whiskey tubers that have been doing it a while, that have these enormous collections. But you also have to call out a channel with less than 1,000 subs. Let's get some recognition and some viewership to some of these new, younger channels just getting started. All right, with all that being said, let's get into my 2 honorable mentions. This first bottle will be controversial, I believe. This is a love it or hate it bottle, but to me, this bottle is one of the most unique bourbons that I've ever tasted. And that bottle is, I'm sure a lot of you are already gonna know what this is. It is Wild Turkey 17-year bottled in bond. This stuff is a cherry bomb. I always say I think this is a Scotch drinker's bourbon. If you're into super sweet flavors and hate smokiness or medicinal notes, this is not the bourbon for you. This bottle to me, though, is so special because it's 17 years old. It was bottled the year that my first daughter was born. So not only do I think it's spectacular and it's super unique, but it also has a special place in my heart. And every year on my daughter's birthday, since I got this bottle, I drink some of this. Actually, sometimes I drink a little bit more. This is the last I have too, so it crushes me. When this bottle's gone, I'm gonna be super sad. But again, this bourbon is not for everybody. It has heavy char notes, heavy medicinal cherry, almost like medicinal cherry notes in it because it sat in those barrels so long. But it is so unique. It is unlike any bourbon that I've ever had. All right, my second honorable mention is a bottle that was gifted to me from one of my clients. This is from my client, Dr. Jackson. I don't know how he got this bottle, but he did, and he was kind enough to give it to me as a Christmas gift. And that is Smoke Wagon single barrel. This is a 13-year pick from Apex, and it just blows my socks off. It's classic MGP, but so well-rounded and so well-balanced. It's creme brulee, it's berries, it's heavy vanilla, and then it's just rounded so perfectly from being in those barrels for 13 years. All right, so those are my 2 honorable mentions. Let's get on to my favorite bottle of bourbon currently open and on my bar in 2021, and that is George T. Stagg 2020. As you can see, I've been killing this bottle. There's just no saving this thing. There's no sipping this thing slowly. It is so fantastic. I recently blinded it against Stagg Junior, my favorite batches of Stagg Junior, and it wasn't even close. I've seen some people do some reviews and put Stagg Junior ahead of this bottle. They are absolutely crazy. This thing is so good. I have some poured just because I can't stay away from it. I'm trying to sip this bottle slowly, but it's just not happening. It's one of the best bourbons that I've ever had. I'm going to taste it here and give you some notes. And you guys that I call out, I would encourage you to pour a glass of your favorite bottle that's currently on your bar and give some notes to some people, because oftentimes we're reviewing these new bottles that come out. We're reviewing some easy to find, some hard to find. There's no limits on your favorite open bottle that's on your bar currently. Price doesn't matter, availability doesn't matter. Open it up and let's share our special bottles with the viewers so they know what to chase. So on the nose, this is just, it's so classic George T. Stagg. It's cherry cola, it's brown sugar, it's dense caramel, dense vanilla. But I mean, the absolute, my favorite note is that cherry cola note that I get on Stagg. So let's take a sip of this. Cheers, everybody. Oh, see? It puts the pause in me every time. It makes my toes curl. Oh my God. It is so good. Oh, I'm going to be so sad when this is gone. It's, this particular bottle is 130.4 proof. And, you know, the age of it, it does not taste that. It is so good, so well-rounded. The thing I love about this particular bottle of George T. Stagg are the tobacco and leather notes. They are so good. I mean, it's just, God, the caramel, the brown sugar, the cherry cola, the finish that just goes on forever. You know, I always talk about bourbons that you really like, that you drink and you don't even want to talk. You don't want lots of things going on. You just want to enjoy them. This is that bourbon. Man, is it so good. Leather, sweet tobacco, finish that goes forever. Good. It fights you, but doesn't fight you too much at all for 130 proof. It is just, my Lord. It is one of the best bourbons I've ever had. 2020 George T. Stagg is fantastic. It is not even close the best bourbon that sits on my bar in 2021. And sadly, I'm not going to have it too much longer. And before I get asked how much I paid for it, yes, I paid MSRP. I got really lucky. And a store called me because of the business I had given them, and I was able to get this for, I think, 115 maybe. It was worth it. So fantastic. I realize it's a hard bottle to get, but this isn't about availability or price. This is about our favorite bottle that sits on our bar in 2021 and is currently open. So Jason from the Mash and Drum, I'm calling you out. I already talked to you. Can't wait to see what you come up with. And Josh and Erin with Stuff and Whiskey. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, go check them out. Fantastic new channel. Really looking forward to you guys' video and see and hear what is your favorite bourbon currently sitting on your bar and open in 2021. All right, guys, until next video, cheers. God, it's good. Make your toes curl.